What's up guys, I'm here with no video. Welcome to episode 5 of Let's Build a City. Today we're building a Lego store. So, yeah. Welcome to episode 5 of Let's Build a City. Today we're building a Lego store. Alright, sorry about that guys. Let's build a Lego store. Click, 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 click.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a Lego store for all of your city building needs. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very much. This is the amount of space required to make your Lego store, a 16 by 21 block area, as represented by this white concrete grid on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make if you are planning out a city or a world. As a matter of fact, I would always recommend. Here are all of the materials. Are going to be using throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. And now that we have all of that stuff, we can get started. Step 1, ladies and gentlemen, come all the way over to the front left hand corner of your grid, if you've made it, and count backwards. 1, 2. On top of this block, place 6 yellow concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Extend to the right by 15.
15. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can then extend all the way down to the ground, and whilst we're here, we are now going to extend backwards by 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, 18. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let me count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, just gotta make sure that was right.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can even connect that 18th block down to the ground if you like. You can extend it across the back of the build, all the way to the front of the build, like this. And then if you extend the back corner down as well, you have created a box. We are going to fill in the left, back and right. sides of this box in using yellow concrete. I know, this is essentially one big giant block of yellow concrete. However, I have researched a lot of Lego stores, believe it or not, in research for making this build in particular. Most of the Lego stores are built into like malls and shopping centres. There's very few like standalone Lego stores that exist. I'm sure that they might, but I've not encountered one. So that is why there is a lack of detail on the right, left or back sides of the build. They are usually absolutely 100% plastered in Lego, so there's not really any details other than the front and the interior. We're also going to fill in the roof of our Lego store as well, so this is once again going to be completely yellow. We've kind of for a really nice mod.
And since I'm already here, I'm gonna fill in the leaves. I'm gonna add leaves around.
It's mostly like inserts into like malls and shopping centres, and they've just got this really nice like big glass exterior with just
There we go.
great display. It's such a like clean and crisp look for the stores. That's something that I've tried to emulate with this. Hopefully you guys like it. I think that it's quite a particularly nice looking shop front. So we have a box at the moment. This isn't particularly nice looking at the moment, but we're going to fix this. I want you to now add a row of yellow concrete all the way up the left side, along the top and down the right side of the front of the building. So we just kind of want to limit the amount of space that we have just at the front there. We now, on the left side, want to dig into the ground going right of this row that we've just created. We want to dig 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want to dig inwards by 2, 1, 2. And I want you to fill this little gap in here using yellow concrete. So the last yellow concrete that we placed, which is this one, I want you to extend all the way up to the ceiling like this. Just like so. For the rest of this row, we are going to place glass pane, so this is going to be a nice open window. The glass pane only has to come as high as the yellow concrete that we have for outside of the build. The ceiling actually has an interesting design inside. It's got a really cool light fixture, which I lifted from an actual Lego store, so it's going to look pretty awesome. So that's what we want to have for this. We then want to leave a gap of 3 in the ground, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to want to dig into the ground again, 2 rows towards us, and then dig to the right and fill in this little trench using yellow concrete. We're going to extend the first yellow concrete here all the way up again to where the ceiling will be, and then we want to fill in might be the wrong word, but we want to place glass pane on the remaining empty, unfilled yellow concretes that we have along the ground. So this is just going to make the 2 front shop windows, and we'll have a little display in each of them. So there we go. That's looking pretty good. The shop door is going to be made using 2 rows of glass pane on the left and right sides like this, so just on the left and right. And something that I've tried and I quite like is I want to have 2 end rods as kind of like door handles. Now the end rods want to be placed in the middle 2 blocks in front of the 2 glass. So the way that I've done this is you can see that I've placed blocks at the bottom and the top, and if you place the emeralds down and up like this, then that shouldn't be there. Down and up like this, then they look like door handles, and they also provide a little bit of light, which is cool as well because it helps to illuminate the storefront, so it quite clearly shows you where you've got to go. In addition to this, we're going to make the Lego sign, and this basically starts along the top of this left window here where we have the glass pane. 1, 2, 3, 4 red concrete with an additional row of 4 just up above. Boom, easy as that. We're going to have a little bit of pavement, which I always like.
Pavement. Always the best choice for pavement. Oh boy.
Right in with my designs, I like to add a little bit of a pavement to give you guys some options, because you might just want to place this in the city centre or something like that. It's completely up to you, but we're going to dig out all of the space in front of the store. We're going to leave in between the doors alone. I'll make that the actual flooring material, and we're just going to place all of our smooth stone like so this could you can go directly from the street into this. This could be built into a shopping centre.
Since I'm already here, gonna make the road, so I don't have to do it later after the stream. I know I already built this in building random stuff, but I like the design of this store so much I decided to build it again. This store, I kind of like it. It's pretty cool, pretty colourful. The inside is very interesting. It has a cool light fixture with a actual Lego brick. There we go. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back.
This can be built in amongst other shops. You can do a lot of this because you don't have to worry about what you're placing it next to, right? Or even the back, really. So, now that we've done that, we're going to turn ourselves good. So, for the sign, we're going to need the loom, of course, which we have, so we'll place that on the ground. And then we're going to need more red banner, actually. Although I am going to place banners in the top left-hand corner of the inventory, and we're going to need red dye, and I don't know why they split in half, and we're going to...
Let's make the sign. Why are these there? They do not belong in my inventory. Get out. Put all of these in my inventory. Get out.
I didn't press anything. So we're going to need more red banners than we already have. 1, 2, 3, easily achieved. And then we can start to work on the sign. So the first letter is going to be L. I don't know how that red banner ended up over there. This is crazy. So, okay, we're going to place a single red banner in the loom, and we're going to place a white dye in there. A vertical row of white dye along the left side of the banner will give us the first part of our L, and the second part, a horizontal row of white dye along the bottom. Boom, that's it. We're going to do E. So E is very easy. Horizontal row of white along the bottom, through the middle, along the top, and then a vertical row of white up.
Just gonna make the sign now. And then next G. G is very tricky. That rhymed. So I'll actually need the white dye.
the left side. Now we have to make G, which is a little bit different. So we're going to have a vertical row of white all the way up the right side. We're going to grab that, put that back in, chuck the white dye away, some red dye in there. We're going to make the top half of the banner, the entire top half of the banner, red. We're going to grab that, put that in, get rid of the red dye, get the white dye back in, horizontal row of white along the bottom, vertical row of white on the left side, horizontal row of white along the top, and boom, you have your G, or what we have now, which is glare. And then we just have to make O, which is dead simple. It's a row of white along the top, a row of
There we have it, Lego.
Row of white on the right side and a row of white on the left side. So now I guess we don't have Glee anymore, we have Gleo, which is, that sounds like a cool name actually. So L-E-G-O, perfect, Lego. And it just helps to pull the build together. I really like that. We're not going to be needing these materials ever again, so I'm just going to dump all of those. So what's the next step now that we've kind of like made the entire outside of the building? I'm not going to bother showing you guys the sides, but you know, this is what the front of the building should look like. It is a fairly nice looking building. It might be a little bit simple, but it's also quite...
Hello, David McDonald. Welcome to live stream.
Literally. So inside the building, we have to do a couple of things. First of all, we're going to lay out the floor, which means that we've got to grab light grey concrete. I don't know why we don't have it on us, because this is a primary material, but we need light grey concrete, we need red concrete, and we need yellow concrete. What would also really help is some smooth quartz stairs, some glass pane, and then we'll just, also some sea lanterns, and then we'll see from there. Okay, first of all, I want to just replace...
I just got up from bed. Okay.
Underneath the door here, using light grey concrete, just like this. So, just underneath the two glass pane areas. I want to take the ends of the door, the yellow concrete, and I want to dig 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So dig 3 rows from the ends of the door towards the back of the store. That rhymes. I then want you to place a yellow concrete in the last row. Join it together like this, extend it outwards by 1 each side, like so, and then extend, you basically want to extend this entire row of yellow concrete towards the back of the store by 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. So that is exactly
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What we are going to do. It's pretty dark in here, so for the moment I reckon I'm just going to chuck a couple of sea lanterns just up in the ceiling, but we can get rid of those a little bit later. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be working on the ceiling very, very shortly. So there's a really, really cool part of the ceiling that's meant to, I think, is meant to sort of emulate a Lego brick. Or at least the way that I built it kind of does. I don't know if that's supposed to be it originally, but it's really cool. In this one particular Lego store that I looked at, there's a particular light fixture. It looks like a Lego brick, essentially. So now that we have our yellow concrete rectangle built into the floor, we want to use the shape of this to create a design on the ceiling. So find one of the corners of the rectangle and just extend it all the way up to the ceiling, just like this. I'm going to destroy every single block that doesn't touch
In 2 days, it will be my brother's birthday.
The same
Oh, congratulations! Hopefully, your brother has a good birthday.
Have down below, just up above. So this is going to take a little bit of focus and a little bit of checking, but I think that is perfect. So this is the exact same rectangular shape that we have down below on the floor. Now the significance of this is that I want to turn this into a line. I'm going to take the 3 middle blocks at the front and also the back of the rectangle, and I'm going to place upside down quartz stairs in front of the three middle blocks. I'm going to place a sea lantern in front of the middle. And then the goal is to place upside down, and this is a little bit tricky for me, I don't know why, so I've got to do this. I want to place upside down stairs around the... I've got to face the other way, right? Yeah.
It's going to be 15. Oh, okay. Hopefully your brother has a good birthday.
And this kind of emulates the shape of a Lego block. So, like this, right? And then like this. And then here, right? Perfect, okay. So this kind of emulates the shape of a Lego block. And I'm actually going to just leave this, so I'm going to leave the empty space, and I just thought it was a particularly cool feature that it kind of like shares a little bit of a characteristic with Lego blocks themselves, you know, like the underneath part that allows you to stick them into stuff. I just thought that was pretty cool. So now that we've done this, the next goal is for us to just rip up the floor, basically. I'm going to rip up the floor before we start placing stuff. And I want the floor to be light grey concrete. The reason being is because this Lego store is so bright with yellow and red and all sorts of different colours when we start actually decorating the shelves. Like we're going to use cut shelves for
I built TSMC's Lego store in my city too. Oh, okay. Same here. I built it in many different cities. I built it in building stuff, building random stuff, and I don't know if I don't really know what else I did build this store in, but that's all I remember. And also built Let's Build a City, this thing you're watching right now.
As well, I feel as though that to really appreciate it, we just need a little bit of light grey concrete just to control the vibrancy of the inside of the store. So we'll just do this, we'll grab light grey concrete, and we'll just place it here at the front, and I'll just kind of like box in the middle part of the store just like this. So here, and it's really that we've kind of got like this platform in the middle of the store, because this is kind of like what you're drawn to like initially. Like that's the middle part of the store, that's the first thing that you're going to see. We're going to decorate that in kind of like a cool way. We're going to make some nice big 3D Lego bricks, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So there we go, that's what I'm talking about. We've dulled the area a little bit. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make some displays, and we're going to make the counter for the cash register area, which is really simple to make. At the end of your yellow rectangular area,
You also did it in building a city.
place a row of red concrete.
Yeah, I did.
One row away from the end of the red rectangle, and we're going the yellow rectangle, and then we're going to add just another red concrete just to connect it to this back wall, and that's all we're going to do. Okay, next, we can also add a cash register in the form of a quartz stairs if you like as well on one of the ends, or you could even have two cash registers because it's actually quite a big store. In the corners of the store, the back corners, you're going to want to add a row of yellow concrete, so just like this. So in the corner, bottom to top, top to bottom, a row of yellow concrete. Then, from the bottom of the yellow concrete, we're going to want to place two upside down stairs, 1, 2, and then another yellow concrete. Two upside down stairs, 1, 2, another yellow concrete. Two stairs, 1, 2, another yellow concrete, two stairs, yellow concrete, finally 2 stairs, yellow concrete. That last yellow concrete you can extend all the way up to the ceiling, and you can fill in the gap in between the front of the store and that last row. So all of these rows of yellow concrete are all going to get extended up to the ceiling. It's not just one of them, like this. There is one display in particular which is going to be this middle display, where we are going to place another row of smooth quartz stairs, and we are going to place another row of yellow concrete, just like this. So this wants to pop out a little bit. The cool part about this, as you may notice, is right in between the middle of the lights, which are Lego bricks. So this is
not the building a city in 2021, the building a city from 2020. Oh, okay.
So want to add a little bit of red concrete, and we're going to leave a gap of 1 above the quartz stairs, so leave a gap of 1, and then we're going to have... We also want to add a little bit of red concrete, and we're going to leave a gap of 1 above the quartz stairs, so leave a gap of 1, and then we're going to have red concrete in between all of the yellow concrete shelves. We want the red concrete to pop out an additional row when it comes to that middle shelf in particular. To have the same thing, by the way, on the opposite side of the store, so we'll just leave that for now, and that's looking pretty good if you ask me, and we'll come on to this opposite side and we'll do the same thing. So it's quite easy to remember: 2 upside down stairs, yellow concrete, 2 upside down stairs, yellow concrete, so on and so forth, until you have in total 5 displays, which you should be able to figure out because you just won't be able to place anymore as you get to the front. So we're going to extend these last 2 rows of yellow concrete upwards. We're going to extend all of the separations of the yellow concrete upwards as well, and then we're going to isolate the middle row. So now that we've got all of...
What are you going to build tomorrow in this city? You'll have to wait and see. It's a secret. It starts with the letter B. How about we do a quiz? Whoever can guess the building that I'm building tomorrow will get a shout out. It starts with the letter B. See, B. Pretty hard, eh? B. The word after A. From the
middle here.
Alphabet. A, B, C. C, A, B. So the next build I'm going to build tomorrow starts with the letter B. Whoever can figure it out will get a shout out. I think it's Burger King. Wrong. Guess again. Letter B. And the next letter starts with the letter V. At the end of the sentence that starts with the word B, there's another word that starts with the letter V.
I'm going to recommend that when it comes to the middle shelf, if you actually take out the back pair of red concrete and place some sea lanterns, it'll actually lighten up the room a little bit. We'll make sure that the room's all nice and bright anyway, but it's nice that it'll kind of have it'll illuminate the display a little bit. So what else can we do? So I'm in 2 minds. We can add another layer of yellow concrete to the ceiling. So this is going to be above all of these shelves, right? So I'm going to try it, but I don't know whether I like this, because it'll kind of like box in the Lego brick a little bit that we have in the middle, but that might also not be a bad thing. We could even leave a row around the entire middle of the Lego brick line. That's why I'm referring to it as the central line that is in the middle of the Lego store. I'm calling it the Lego brick line. It's kind of got a nice ring to it, really. I wonder if...
Did you say that the next word starts with the letter V? Yes, I did. Guess it. It starts with the letter B. Next word after the letter B starts with the letter V. So better get it. Shall I just tell them? Okay. Okay. Whoever can guess it right will get a shout out. Cause the word is B after the word that starts with the letter B. That's another word that starts with the letter V. Guess it.
Lego Nicklands. I bet you can get a Lego around. Cool, actually. So we can. First of all, I'm just going to leave like a row of yellow around the middle of it. So just to see how it looks, it might make it look a little bit better, or it might make it look a little bit worse. So hang on. There we go. So I think that that's pretty cool. I think that really helps to highlight it. Or alternatively, we can fill all the way around it in, and then it's just that middle bit that's kind of like an alcove.
It is a build from TSMC Minecraft. Yes, it is. Better guess it. First word starts with the letter B. Next word starts with the letter V. Better get it. You better get it. Did you get it correctly? Okay. I don't know if I should tell them or not. Should I? Okay. For many of you who are confused what the answer is, the answer was that was not expected. I didn't expect for that to just... I didn't expect that. Sorry, that guys, my controller died. I didn't expect about that. Anyway, sorry about that. And the word was... The answer was... For many of you are getting confused. The answer was... Blockbuster Video. Yes.
Special, maybe? I don't quite know, honestly. You know, you can reverse that if you like. I'm going to leave it at that because it looks a little bit cleaner, but you can go with a few different variations for the ceiling if you like. So now that we have done that, what do we have to do next? So we have to make a little display in the middle of the floor. So this is quite easy to do. On the left side here, parallel to the sticky out part of the shelving area, I'm going to place a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 red concrete, extend the ends towards me, 1, 2, 1, 2, join it together in the middle. And here's the thing, I haven't tested this on Bedrock, I know this works on Java. If you take upside down stairs, water, and then if you grab yourself some coral, which if this doesn't work, it's not a big deal, it's going to be disappointing, but we can work around it. But we're going to grab some coral, and it almost sort of looks like a display of sorts because of the nature of coral. So if we just add some water in here, and then some upside down stairs, and we might have to do that in reverse actually, but we'll see. And then if we add some coral, okay, well the coral fan isn't working, but the actual tube coral is. So as long as one of them works, I'm actually quite happy. So if we grab another large coral, let's grab this yellow one, shall we? There we go. So will this work? Are we going to go grey? You don't find out right away. Perfect. So it kind of looks like a collection of Lego bricks. An alternate to that, which we'll be using as well, is an item frame.
Are you gonna turn grey? Yep. The cooler thing about these coral blocks, they have dead ones, see? Dead tube coral block, dead brain coral block, dead bubble coral block, dead fire coral block, and dead horn coral block. These kind of look like pathways. But I kind of like the smooth stone better because it kind of looks smooth. It is actually smooth. I was actually making an excuse. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my Lego store over there. Yeet. Ooh.
Concrete in it, and they just look like single bricks, but that just a little bit boring. Anyway, over to the right here, we're going to have another tiny little display. We're just going to have a couple of yellow concretes extending up from the ground. This whole middle bit, I want to have, we're going to grab this. We're going to grab bookshelves. We're going to grab crimson planks, warp planks, acacia wood planks.
Alrighty then, na 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 na.
Crimson steps, crimson slabs, and then crimson bottom, warped bottom. So over here,
Charlie Brown. Cha-cha, real smooth. To the back. To the back, girl, y'all. That but the stuff. My foot the stuff. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross.
I mean, you can place just like a couple of bricks if you like. These just look like little singular tiny bricks, I think. But we can make like giant Lego bricks, which I think is a pretty cool idea. So basically, the way that I've done it is that like I take the corner here, the corner of the rectangle, and I extend one row inwards. And the first brick that I'm going to make is like a vertical brick. It's going to be 2 stairs stacked on top of each other, crimson stairs, this works with any, and then a slab on top, and then that sort of looks like a brick, sort of. An alternate way to do this, and I'll show you how to do it. So this is one laid down. In the back corner here, if you extend in diagonally, single plank on the ground, and then a warped button on top, just looks like a single Lego brick. We can do the same thing with the crimson. If we leave a gap of 2, and then we place a couple of crimson blocks, a couple of crimson buttons, it looks like a double brick. The same thing can be done over here as well. Acacia planks, 2 of them, 2 acacia buttons on top. Of course, alternatively, if you don't like that, I just like that because it's a bit of variance. You can place them upwards like this, and then you can place the buttons on the side. I don't know, you know, whichever you like more, it's up to you. I've given you a couple of options, and of course, any button, plank, block, whatever it might be, combination will work. So that gives us, you know, there's actually quite a lot of colours nowadays. Luckily, with all of the buttons, you can see that we've got like black and we've got browns and stuff like. These are the more vibrant ones, so that's what I've chosen to use. So you know, feel free to mix and match these, and I'm sure that you'll create a combination that you like.
At least I have this feature.
I want to light this place up a little bit first of all. So first, I'm just going to grab the lanterns, and I also want to make some shelves. So smooth cut slabs. I want to fill those shelves up with some bookshelves. I want to grab like
to the right, to the left, though, yo. I have a question. What's your favourite city build in the city so far? That's a very good question. That would be the Lego store, because it has a lot of vibrant colours inside. It's kind of simple, but it's very colourful inside. The inside is very interesting because they have like a Lego brick light inside of it, and that's what I like about this build.
Things in item frames, I think, and we'll just leave it at that for now. So I'm going to hang lanterns in between all of the displays, and I'm going to have something which should look like that. So I know that that's a lot of lanterns, but we have to light this shop up. Like, it has to be light and bright, otherwise it just doesn't quite look right. I mean, that's looking pretty good now. So now that we've done that, and now that we've kind of discovered that this works, we should actually tackle these central displays, right? So We're going to need the water, we'll need the stairs back, and then we're going to need different corals. So we'll need 4 of them in total because we don't want to repeat ourselves. I'm going to grab, and we can use different combinations as well, so why not like fire and brain, and I'm going to place water behind the outward stairs. I'm going to place water, and then upside down, smooth quartz stairs behind, fire coral, brain coral, perfect. I'm going to come over to this opposite side, and I'm going to do a similar thing. So destroy both these stairs, water in here, smooth quartz stairs, upside. They specifically have to be, well, they don't actually. They don't specifically have to be upside down.
My favourite build in the city is Walmart. Oh, okay.
And over here, let's have like red and yellow, because you know it's like.
So I'm just gonna dump away the brain. We'll grab horn.
The colours of the Lego store. Perfect.
Bam, bam.
It's just kind of like a cool little display to have. And then you can just seal it up with a little bit of glass pane. And if you've ever been to a Lego store, I'm sure that you guys have, right? If you've ever been to a Lego store, then you know that they've got loads and loads and loads of displays.
Well, in Australia, I think we have one Lego store. I don't know how many Lego stores we have, but we have one in the city, in Chermside. I don't know how many Lego stores we have, but we have one in Australia. I don't know if and the Lego store is my favourite build in the city. Oh, lucky you. My favourite build is the Lego store too. I like Walmart, and I didn't build the inside because I don't know why. It was going to take a very long time. I think my brother should. I really don't know. But I kind of like Walmart. It has a very nice like texture, like light grey and terracotta. This thing took a long time to make, with all the grain concrete had destroyed the garage door. This build is quite easy. It's not too much to it. The inside's pretty colourful.
Look at, they're all built up, which is really cool. We're going to be using bookshelves above all of the red concrete areas that we have above all of the shelves. These are basically just to look like boxes, so just boxes and boxes and boxes of Lego. I mean, what else do you expect there to be at a Lego store if not Lego? That's what all of these bookshelves are for. I'm going to make a shelf above the entire the entire like register area, the area that you'd go and like pay for your Lego if you're paying for it, and I'm going to make a shelf that's just going to leave a gap of 1 up above, and I'm going to fill that up with shelves as well, bookshelves. We're going to use a painting here on the left. We're going to have just like a little poster.
I meant the Lego store is my second favourite. Ah, okay. You kidding me? It's raining.
I'm specifically looking for guy in black. Perfect. That looks pretty good. I'm going to hang item frames below the shelf here, and I'm going to fill all of those in using different concrete blocks a little bit later on as well. And then it kind of comes down to, we need to make a couple of more shelves and displays at the front of the store. So this front window here, I'm going to place a row of upside down smooth quartz stairs in this front window, and then leaving an entire gap. I think that actually it might be best to leave like a gap of 1.5, and then place some quartz slabs across the top of the window. And then on this right side, we're going to differentiate with simply a row of upside down smooth quartz stairs, and that's all we're going to have. So now that's put us in a position where we.
Do you live in Australia? Yes, I do.
Display shelves and all of that. So how are we going to do this? It's going to take a lot of different things actually. So a lot of item frames, number one. We're going to be using paintings as well. We're also probably going to use a little bit of bookshelf, and then when it comes to the front of the window, I don't know why, like sometimes like slabs sort of make sense as well, like buttons actually make more sense, so I mean maybe we can use the different...
I can grab them, so crimson, warped, acacia.
Of buttons instead of the slabs that I was going to use. And let's just fill the shelves in. Like they're not going to look right until we grab everything that goes with them. But like on the shelves, you can use like a mixture. You can have like item frames like laid down. You can have item frames like laid up. You can have like an item frame and then like a brick, or you can have like a brick on the ground and like an item frame next to it. You can have like just fill in the middle with just like a painting, and then that looks like a box. You can have like one painting and you can have like one brick. You could have an item frame and a painting. That looks like a box. You can have like one painting and you can have like one brick. You could have an item frame and a painting. You could have a painting and a brick as well. You could have an item. Have I already done it? I think I've done every single variation of this now, but like you could just have like double bricks. Like there's all sorts of things that you can do. Like it doesn't an item. Have I already done it? I think I've done every single variation of this now, but like you could just have like double bricks. Like there's all sorts of things that you can do. Like it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're happy with it, and as long as it just looks like it fits. I think that all looks pretty good. And then when we come to this front window, like we can have a couple of boxes here, we can have like an item frame, we can have like a button which looks like a Lego button. We can do the same thing over here, just have a couple of bricks. We could maybe have a couple of bookshelves up at the top here, a couple of item frames along the bottom, and then all we have to do is we just have to fill in all of those item frames. So let me get rid of these concretes. So to fill in the item frames, we are simply going to use colourful concrete. So I'm going to grab white, black, no, black's too dark, red, orange, yellow, lime green, not dark green, light blue, purple's a good one, magenta, even pink we can grab. So I'm going to now fill in every single one of these items.
Cool, I live in Scotland in the UK. Hello. I can speak Scottish. Hello, David McDonald. I can't do a Scottish accent. But I can do an Australian accent. G'day, mate.
All of these item frames in with the various coloured concrete blocks that I've grabbed, and these as well, in my opinion, just look like single colourful bricks. And this display up here, the various coloured concrete blocks that I've grabbed, and these as well, in my opinion, just look like single colourful bricks. And this display up here at the back of the store is also just going to be in order, this nice colourful set of bricks. I think that looks really, really cool. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, once you've finished doing that, we have done. Like, this is one of my favourite store interiors that I've made. I think that it's so nice and bright and colourful and quite realistic in terms of how a Lego store might actually...
Can you speak Australian?
Really
yeah. G'day, mate. How you doing? How you doing, mate?
You guys get the idea. So this is what your Lego store will look like once it has been 100% fully completed, ladies and gentlemen.
We have made a Lego store. This is one of my most favourite stores I built on this channel. It has a very cool, colourful interior. The outside of the building is quite simple, but once again, I love this build. It is very colourful. The shelves look pretty, and all of the colours just like blend in together with the store. And a man has fallen into the river in Lego City. I know. It's kind of a dead meme. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building a Lego store. If you did guys enjoy this video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you don't miss a video from me. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.